A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome once again to Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought Part 2. So of course, I've done 4 overviews in a row here, but just for funsies, especially while I got more blasters in the works for invisible integration, we're going to in fact do one more overview where non-invisible integration is in fact part of the context. So, here we go. Time to bring out the big guns right here. Check this out. This is the Dude Perfect bow. And it is pretty much what it is. A giant bow, which Nerf has released as their biggest bow yet. And just look at this. From where I'm sitting, it literally sits in parallel to the top of my own head. That is insane. I mean, it's well over 4 feet end to end, which definitely does, in fact, make it such a big record breaker. And when you really get to know about these things, it truly is just a work of art. The color scheme alone, which is in retrospect to the Dude Perfect's own color scheme, which includes the unique seafoam green, plus white, gray, and dark gray color scheming, the unique Dude Perfect logo, which has this unique font to it, Nerf logo sets above it, and of course, you have yourself the arrows. Now, fun fact, I got a hold of the bow itself on eBay, and it cost me a whopping $79. And just for the arrows themselves, being that they're a lot like with the Nerf Elite Colossatron drum, raising up high in terms of price. The arrows that I got, which were basically just a pack of 5 that somebody sent out on eBay as well, cost me an additional $48. And that brought up to the total of $127 plus shipping and handling and tax. That is insane. Back in 2017, when this originally came out, I'm sure this would have been pretty expensive as it is, along with the arrows that it came with originally. I got 5 of these arrows to work with this bow, even though some competitors actually were able to create arrows with the exact likeness of this exact blaster. So, I feel like the only true way to put this all together is to in fact have a nice ample test. So, what we're going to do here is simply fire it. Oof, that didn't go so well. Yeah, that didn't quite go so well there. But it does at least give out a good idea for what could possibly be taught about on the basis of this exact product. Dude Perfect was able to do such a unique job with this blaster, and you do have yourself some ways of adjustment. For instance, you have the sight up here, which can come up and down on a unique ratcheting system. There's also the slide flap on the inside, which is supposed to in fact allow the arrow to align itself. And it also acts as a bed for it to sit down on, so that way, while you're pulling back on the cord like so, in order to prime the blaster, the bed actually goes downward, as you can see. That way, it's a good way to tell you that it's armed and ready to go. And as for the arrows themselves, they can fly a pretty impressive distance. So it does almost give me the feeling that purchasing both of these things with a total of $127+ on the line across both of these shipments that I got does make it worth it. And maybe to some degree it is, but I can't quite say that it is wholly worth the deal. To many of us hardcore collectors out there, this is pretty much just a good excuse for Nerf and Dude Perfect to collaborate. And while this is not the only product that they have done together, I mean, think about it. Even Mr. Beast has had his own Nerf blasters over the years. In the same way that Nerf was able to create Transformers and Ninja Turtles related stuff, despite the fact that Ninja Turtles is actually owned by Nickelodeon nowadays and not Hasbro. I mean, it goes to show that Nerf is willing to go above and beyond in terms of sponsorships and hoping to gain a lot of money out of them. Yeah, that's just the weird thing about big companies like them. So, I guess with that in mind, that pretty much marks my overview with this bow here. Just an amazing piece that I am finally glad that I picked up here. With all that money I put together, making this video and possibly even more videos with this product, may but just be worth it after all. It just may be worth it after all. So, I will in fact be returning to my regularly scheduled programming with Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought starting in a few more days, because I will have more blasters coming soon. So, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.